And the same questions here. Here the questions start becoming very different. When you start asking for connections, they start giving you really meaningful stuff. Another big thing happens that for people who want to be more entrepreneurial, but not necessarily start a new company for themselves. Something happens here when you talk to someone who's a valuable person, a CEO, a founder, someone really high ranking with a lot of authority. When you come in as a problem solver, hey, you know these people out in the world that have this problem? And you can talk about it really like with a lot of empathy because you've talked to people with this problem. You know, I have this idea for how to improve it. These people are so used to people coming in and being like, can you give me a job? Can you give me a raise? I gotta work on this project. You're coming in with what you're asking for is making them feel like an expert. You're coming in as a problem solver. They see you as probably someone, a peer. Something happens a lot that they start sharing their problems with you. Now there's a technical term in business. When someone with authority or high rank shares their problem with you, what's that called? That's a job offer. They may not know it, and you might not know it, but if you know how to handle it, and I say how to do it, which is basically, here, write this down. Well, it's going to be on the slide, and it's going to be here in a second. But it's, yeah, this is, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for promotion, you can do the same stuff that I'm talking about here in order not to start your own project, but just to have the managers in your company see you as a problem solver. Because if you're a problem solver, and they're high up in the company, and you're low in the company, do they want you solving low-level problems that no one cares about? They want you solving high-level problems. They want you talking to them. They want to move you up. So the magic words are, yeah, you make them feel comfortable sharing the problems, not vulnerable. I have experience working in this area and I like it. That's like the basic gist of it. I have experience working in this area and I like it. And then throw on, you know, I have a couple of half-baked ideas I think might be able to work. Can you give me a little time to come back to you, maybe a week? Let me fully bake these ideas? Not everyone's gonna say yes, but you're gonna get a lot of yeses on that one. Now you have a relationship with that person. And if you have time and are able to now maybe do the same process we just talked about with their idea, you might have that project. Now, not so simple, but I mean, simple in process, doesn't always work out that way, but the more you do it, the more that sort of stuff happens. Which is why, you know, I'm gonna talk about in my online course, how I write up all of this stuff, all of these steps written out, and I also recorded myself doing it, like describing it, each step to someone, and I recorded that, and every time I record someone, before we finish, they get a job. I can't stop them from getting jobs. Like, I can't tell them don't get a job, and they keep getting jobs, and they like, it's crazy. This stuff is, it's amazing. So if you do my course, you'll see that the last one is, I don't have a recording for the last step because they get hired. This is my problem.